and welcome to the Reflection Show. My name is Martha Anabila. Today we are at the Dabopka Technical Institute here in Tamale. The students have done an amazing job. They have produced, or let me say manufactured, some amazing things that I want to show to you out there, my viewers. This is a technical and vocational school. They do over 20 programs, meaning that these young people are able to create things with their hands, using the kind of skills that they learn from school and all of that. So I want us to go in there, that we talk to the head of department who will be taking us through some of the things that they have manufactured. This year, our focus, of course, even with the Martha Inspires Foundation, is TVET, Technical Vocational Education and Training. We want to make sure that more young people have access to TVET learning opportunities. So join me and let's go inside. So I'm here with the HOD of the Automobile Engineering Department here at the Dabopka Technical Institute. Thank you very much for willing to speak to us.
Thank you.
This department, I'm seeing a lot of things happening here. Tell us about this department and what you do.
Okay. The Automobile Engineering Department is one of the departments of the institution, and we are into vehicle repairs. But we saw that there was a gap in our transportation system. The Chinese are bringing in their tricycles and they are flooding our markets. So we brought in experts around the school and our industrial partners to go into the manufacturing of tricycles. So that is our attention now.
So you are doing it practically. You are manufacturing the thing practically.
Yes, we are manufacturing it practically to test the market and to see how it will help solve our transportation problems.
Okay. So it's the students and the teachers who are manufacturing this themselves?
Sure. The teachers and the students with industry partners.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take us through, I see that you have some things. So just take us through what you have here. And then since we are advocating for TVET, I think that this is a very good initiative that you are doing. So what is this? I'm seeing something huge here, but just take us through what it is.
Okay, so this is the third tricycle that we are about manufacturing. Okay. This is the foundation, and that is the frame. Upon this frame, that will build the body to be able to take passengers to wherever they are going. So as you can see, we are about to mount the engine and to put in the rear axle to carry the load at the back. So we are just in the process of doing that now. Yes.
So this side is where the passenger sits?
Right.
Okay.
That is the passenger seat. Then the driver's seat, in the formation of the body, will demarcate where the driver will sit and other accessories. Yes.
So this is what will hold the load,
This is what will hold the load at the back, and it is also going to carry the drive. We are operating the front engine rear wheel drive system. So it is a system whereby the engine is in front whilst the drive is at the back. The engine is in front because we need proper cooling. You know, the air resistance is coming from the front. So the engine too is placed there to get proper cooling so that we can go far during travel.
This engine and this, was it done yourself or you had to get it from the other partners that you're talking about?
Yes, these are spare parts that are in the market. The reason for choosing these are the bike is going to remote areas. There are no spare parts there, but these spare parts are there. They are available. Such that if there's a problem with the bike, they can easily walk to the nearest dealer to get a spare parts and fix it up to move. So there are the reasons why we are choosing to deal with this. But we also need equipment. We need foundries. We need CNC machines that we can design our own and produce. Okay. We are handicapped in that direction.
You are just using the normal design that we are all seeing.
Yes.
You don't have your own design, but this is like a test.
This is a test case. This is a test case to see. Good. That is right.
So you're doing it with the team. I'm seeing the whole team here. So
yes.
You are all those who have been helping to produce this.
We are putting our heads together to come out with the design and to see how it will run in our terrain. It is also a terrain base. That is why we are not going in to take the Chinese engine and come here. The Chinese engine is placed at the back, but we are putting our engine in front to see how it will perform in our part of the world. Yeah.
So from this stage, what is next?
So from this stage, we go into the bodybuilding, then to put in other accessories that can let the bike move onto our road. So we'll go to the next stage.
Okay, so right now we are moving to see the other two that is almost ready to be launched. Wow.
Because we still have the roof, the tapoli to be kept on it, which is there. The tapoli is in.
I see that the other one is
Yes, yes, there are two types. We designed the metal sheet roof and the tapoli roof. So the metal sheet roof was to carry load on top and to take passengers in-house. But with the tapoli will be covering the top whilst the passengers are in it. It will not have a roof where you carry load. And we are seeing that the market here likes the tarpaulin type because that is what they are used to. So we made the two designs to test the market to see which one that will fly. Then we put our weight on that. Yes.
most times we say that, oh, they have just manufactured. So at this point, if the engine is in, can can it at least start, like we see that, okay, you have the steering wheel and all of that.
So let me power it and we'll see. So that is the sound of the bike, and that is the brake. We are working on the seats now. Would have moved it. Okay, the boot. We have a boot here that after the design, passengers can load here.
This one, the private car.
Yes, this one, the private car. So we can open this way and load. So that when you load, you close your boot securely and keep your things there and lock, so that nothing of yours will fall along your way during your journey. Yeah.
And this way, the fuel to go.
Oh, that's the fuel filling point. That's
Okay.
the lid of the fuel tank.
Okay.
Then these are the traffic indicators and the brake lights.
Okay. So it's like about 70% done.
85.
Hey,
Right
85%.
now, the seats are being worked on. The seats are being worked on. So by the end of today, the seats will be fixed. Then the tarpaulin will be kept on it. As I indicated, it's in the store right now, and we'll be fixing it anytime soon. Yeah.
I believe that you have seen excerpts of what is happening here at the Dabopka Technical Institute. There are lots of parents and even young people who do not appreciate that TVET is a very great educational step that everyone can take into. We are moving to the next department. They have over 20 departments here, but we'll take you through very few of them for you to appreciate the importance of TVET. Let's go to the next department. It's a great privilege to be here in the office of the principal of the Dabopka Technical and Vocational Institute here in Tamale, Madam Mariama Mahama. She took over office in November 2017, and personally I have seen that so many things have been happening, especially with those encouraging the women empowerment agenda, not just for her, but seeing a lot of young women in departments that on a normal day you wouldn't see so many young girls there. I don't want to say so much about her, but she's going to be speaking to us today, and she has so much knowledge to share, so much information, and she's such an amazing woman. She's a mother for all. So thank you very much for joining us on the Reflection Show.
Thank you, Martha, for this wonderful introduction. In fact, I am humbled. The Dabopka Technical Institute started as a girls' middle boarding in the year 1960 and transformed into a home economic center, those days home science center, in the 1970s. Around the 1980s, it became a vocational school. Then, in the 90s, they introduced some technical courses. The current Dabopka Technical Institute started in 1998 and has grown to its current enviable level. Currently, we run 20 programs and we have a population of 2,612. In fact, if we had more infrastructure, we could even hit 5,000 and more. If I may run you through the programs, I told you we run 20 different programs. We have fashion and design technology. We have small engine technology. We have the automobile engineering technology, where we also have a driving school. That's an initiative we started when I took over. We also service cars under the same department, and I'm happy to tell you that we service for over 18 agencies. And through that intervention, a student is able to interact or work on a Prado V8 Nissan Patrol, which ordinarily as a school we wouldn't have been able to get to train the learners. I am going on with the number of courses we run. We also have electrical engineering technology, where we do all the electrical installations in the school and outside the school by way of training. We also have electronics, engineering technology, as well as catering and hospitality technology. We also have agri-mechanization technology, as well as creative arts technology. Welding and fabrication technology, it's also run here. Plumbing and gas fitting technology, I've mentioned small engines, software development technology, that is exclusively for girls, that we call e-skills for girls over here. We also run mechanical technology, plumbing and gas fitting technology, wood construction technology, renewable energy technology, and so on. I've told you about the population. We have a breakdown of about 1,912 male, then 706 female. Actually, it's all linked to the nature of facilities we have here, because the boys' side, the accommodation is about twice that of the girls. That I find discriminatory. As a female principal, we should rather be having more in favor of the girls. And now it's exciting to note that many girls are now agreeing to do male-dominated courses like automobile engineering, and currently we have more girls than boys in the small engine department, and that is one example. And if we get facilities in the future, we shall enroll many more of these girls to be able to train them and train them well to go out there to either employ or be employed or proceed for further studies, so that in future when we exit they would have been capacitated enough to come and take over.
So now, I see a lot of videos and pictures of girls doing welding. We went to the automobile department, and I saw a lady trying to help in doing something, manufacturing of let me say, the tricycle or the yellow. How did this initiative start? And as a principal, why are you so much interested in doing the practical aspects of TVET?
In fact, TVET, it's not supposed to be practiced by rote learning. TVET is supposed to, TVET training is supposed to engage the mind, the hearts, and all the emotions, including the hands. It's not supposed to be about chew and pour, and you have no idea what you chewed some few moments later. TVET is supposed to be the game changer. TVET is supposed to make us productive. The Chinese do not have two heads. The Germans do not have two heads. We're all created by God in his own image, endowed with all the talents and intellect. And I think that given the right exposure, TVET should be the way to taking us out of our current position that we are always here glorifying poverty. We are poor. We importing everything, including toothpick. That is because we don't make anything. We don't. If you are not able to solve any problem, you are not in business. If you are not able to manufacture anything, you are not in business. Then your TVET training, it's not worth its salt. And TVET has a history. In the past, people will come through a technical school and still go to the wayside to look for people to train them, validate their training. No. We as a school, and for that matter, my team, have resolved to train these people to be to be able to work here, for us to validate that indeed they can work before they go out there. And there are examples of many of our students doing well out there, working by themselves, setting up themselves, taking up contracts. And right here, if you go out there, you would find structures at various levels of completion. I'm very proud to say that they are not government-funded projects. Wow. They are school-based projects. We try to bring these children in a team. For instance, in the construction site, if it's about building, the building students come to do the building aspect. If it comes to wood construction aspect, the wood construction department comes with their students and teachers to do their aspect. If it's about plumbing, the plumbing teachers and their students come to do the plumbing aspect. If it comes to electrical, the electrical students come. If it comes to finishing, the creative arts department comes to do their aspect. And then if it comes to internal decoration, the fashion students come to take over, and the building is ready for use. In fact, we have about 8 projects. We have put up 2-story buildings, 3 workshops. 1 is complete, 2 are at various points of completion. 1 3-unit classroom block, then a 20-seater toilets. These children are amazing. They are doing it themselves. They are very happy to do it. Just walking around this afternoon, I saw some second-year students who should have been on holidays who are here. I said, you are supposed to be at home. Why are you here? They are here. They just enjoy the environment. They enjoy the fact that they get the opportunity to practice, and they are just all over us. This morning, I read a letter from the SP the 3rd years are supposed to go on holidays on Monday. I got a letter. He has over 90 students applying to stay back. I said, you can't do that. It's free SHS. I don't have anything against your staying, but the food, I'm not going to be able to feed you for over 2 weeks. Otherwise, I'll be happy, and I like the initiative. We want to train these children to have soft skills, to have feelings, to be able to produce, to be able to give back to society what society has given them. We are happy, but we are constrained. So assuming we had food, we would just keep them, continue to train them, and some way, somehow, they are going to stay and even work for the school. Because if they are here, they will still do practical work, and we believe in life projects. We believe in life projects. So anything, any practical thing we are doing, we do it, we tailor it in a manner that will be beneficial to the school. I haven't told you yet, the fashion department make our school uniforms. Yeah. We don't give it out for contracts. The catering department make our pastries for their own consumption at the dining hall. And the teamwork I talked about with the building example already exemplifies what the other departments do. We do construction. We take contracts from outsiders. And in our auto department, we have started the manufacturing of a tricycle, as well as other equipment. We have done the bead roller. It was designed and manufactured in the school here. We have also manufactured the English roller. It's designed and manufactured here, and all these machines are supposed to help us to shape the form, the body, and the metal sheets to be able to help us form the body of the tricycle. I'm happy to announce to you that we are done with 2 tricycles, and on the 3rd one, we are talking with our partners to have a day to launch them, to tell the general public what we have been able to do. In fact, we are trying to turn the whole institution into a manufacturing hub, such that any technical thing you want and come here, we should be able to manufacture it for you. I also forgot to mention that recently, the Agric Mechanization Department have come out with a fertilizer applicator. These days when you go to the villages, you are not able to get much labor during the farming and even harvesting period. So they have come out with a simple device that will help you apply your fertilizer alone. The technology is like the knapsack. You would fill a container, carry it at the back, then there's a dispensing facility that would dispense the fertilizer in equal amounts by the plants. We are just psyching them up to think problem solving, to think manufacturing. But as a school, we are not that endowed, but with the little we have, this is how far we have come.
Books by Pastor A.L. Fant. They are inspired by the Holy Spirit, simple to comprehend, relevant in application, and so lovely to read. Grab copies like Dynamics of Kingdom Influence, Dynamics of Ministry, Marking Scheme for Church Workers, Money Matters, and she calls herself a woman. This marriage must work. No more curses. Loaded mouth. Secrets of kingdom dominion. The exploits of service. Things fall apart. Church without bleeding pulpit. Singles mingle, and many more.
TVET is the way. Countries that have made it the world over have done so through TVET, through manufacturing and TVET-related activities. And I'm not an economist, but there is data to support the fact that in Ghana we even import toothpick. What technology does it require to manufacture toothpick? So I believe that if we take TVET seriously, we would be able to change the narrative economically in our country. If you look at many countries, the Chinese, for instance, they are dominating the world because of their TVET and technological related activities. And what is wrong if Ghana should send some people to China to understudy them in some areas and come back for us to begin to implement here in our part of the world and implement it seriously. I was surprised to see Gary made from China. With where they stand, they are still not satisfied. They still want to grab everything in the world, including our cocoa. I hear they grow cocoa in China now. They produce cassava and now exporting Gary. And we are sitting here with all our arable land and good weather, not producing and waiting to still bring these products, the value-added forms of them, to our country. So let's train these learners. Let's train them to come up with value addition concepts so that instead of exporting our raw materials in that raw state, we can add value to them. Coming back to the question related to the tricycle, it's not any serious technology. These learners are at the secondary level. In fact, they are not even tertiary. And they are able with their teachers to come out with these designs and manufacture them. And you saw it and you see it's functional and even has features that what you see in the market do not have. So that is just to challenge the system that the Ghanaian technical student is capable. Let's give them the right environment, the right training, and the right counsel and opportunities to be able to try their hands and do it well. Let's not think that the children that you are not able, the children that are not doing well are for TVET. No, we have gone past that. TVET, I mean, in the learning system, you have to apply the theory you have learned to be able to solve a problem. And you agree with me that the application level of every learning is more difficult. If TVET is left to people who are not endowed intellectually, then the structures will begin to collapse on us. It requires a lot of mathematics, a lot of science, a lot of common sense, a lot of engineering to be able to come out with many artifacts. And I think that parents are beginning to see the light, and the fact that those that come through TVET training are able to get jobs in the world of works faster than their colleagues that go through the grammar system alone is something that is helping in getting our parents think again about education or educational decisions for their children. But it's sad to state that because of the limited facilities and the few TVET institutions we have in the system, you have somebody who is, for instance, practicing as an apprentice in welding. Free SHS places the fellow in Karga Senior High to go and do general arts. Wow. So the fellow comes out, can't do anything. But if we had many TVET schools that all these learners will get placed, I can imagine the reward those people would have had and the nation would have had after 3 years. And I am advocating that our duty bearers should begin to consider having a functional TVET institution in each district. If you look at the northern region, for instance, apart from the Dabopka Technical, Tamale Technical Institutes, Bupe Technical, and Saboba Technical, we don't have the recently roped in technical schools through the TVET service. They are also new and not don't have the capacity, the teachers, the equipment, the structures are all issues. But if you come to the grammar education, we have so many. In some districts, Tamale, for instance, we have more than 8 secondary schools. When they finish, where do they go? I have thousands of them wanting to come and enroll in Dabopka again, but the scholarship is once. If you have to come again, you can't. You don't qualify for the free SHS policy. After completing a grammar school.
Okay.
Yes. So many students want to come, but because of our limited facilities, we are unable to take them. This year alone, I am told more than 11,000 students chose this school, and this information is verifiable from the Free SHS Secretariat.
More than 11,000
students, and this number does not include people that wanted to come through protocol. In fact, I used to think I was hard, but nobody advised me to change my location during the admission. No, I couldn't. I couldn't. Wow. In fact, since I got here, all the structures you see are through our own intervention, and we use this medium to appeal to all lovers of the economy, NGOs, benevolent people, then government, to expand immediately the existing TVET schools, as well as build new ones to be able to contain our numbers. Youth unemployment is a big deal globally. So we should be excited that 11,000 of our youth around the region are interested in TVET education, and I see the opportunity aspects of that. And I wish that government especially could come in immediately, so that what happened this year doesn't repeat next year, so that we'll be able to absorb as many as these youth, to be able to give them TVET training, so that in future we can even consider exporting skills. Exporting skilled people. They'll go there, earn their hard currency, and come back and develop Ghana. Yeah. We are sitting here, we don't spend dollar, and the dollar is what determines our economy. But if we are also into production, or if we also position people to be able to work to earn dollars or other currencies, we will. It will be a plus for us. It won't be a bother to us, and all that will help reduce poverty. Yes, TVET should be the way out, and if in every district, if we should have a TVET school that is functional, you can imagine the turnaround. You won't have to go out to bring some artisans to the district. The money will remain with the people in the district, and they could even go to other places to work. If new projects come, like contracts, like they are putting up the Agenda 111 buildings and others, it is the people in the community that would, if they have the skills, that will be employed to do the job, and the money will remain there. But under the circumstance, we do not have, and I'm very sad to tell you that there are children at home who say Dabopka or no education.
Wow.
Either they come here, they get enrolled here, or no education. Some of these girls.
How did you encourage, because there have been an increase in girls in the technical side. How did you do it?
I'm a girl myself. I'm an older girl myself, and that alone is an example.
It's still the passion in them. It's like you see the passion in their faces. They want to do this. And I'm like, how did it move from, oh, I just want to do home economics and maybe fashion, but they are moving into sectors that we thought it was just for guys?
Yes, you are right. In the past, even coming to Dabopka, handing someone an admission to Dabopka alone was enough to cry. People, teachers and students alike, people did not want to come to Dabopka at all. People thought Dabopka was a school for the less endowed intellectually and so on. But in the last few years, the message has gone round loud and clear. You know, there's wisdom in that saying that action speaks louder than words. So with the kind of training we are giving them, the students talk to themselves. I mean, they talk among themselves. They go back to their communities to talk. People like we have come. Whatever you see that you go to air, people will hear, and the people that didn't even know so and so was happening in Dabopka will begin to know and come. In fact, we have moved from the point that some courses are for females and males. If you come here on a practical day for electricals and you see a girl on the pole, you will wonder. We just tell them that it's not about your gender. Studies is about intellect, and God in his infinite wisdom gave us all the same. And some people even say that the women are more intelligent than the men. That is a topic for another day. So there's nothing that should stop you from going for any program. And we try to talk to them, and now they are picking it and they are happy. I told you when I was running you to the courses that we have more ladies than men in the small engine department. I am just talking with groups and trying to see how we can put these ladies together in small groups, support them to set up in the communities to work on the small engines like motorbikes, to just send the signal right there. You know, change is slow, but this change, I tell you, is not going to be slow. To go out there and work and earn, for people to see that, yes, it's not about your being a man or being a woman, but your attitude, your interest, and your intellectual capability. They are doing well and very impressive. Yes, and going forward, I think that there's hope for TVET, and especially for our girls. I only wish we had more accommodation. There are these girls from Saboba who came interested. So at the beginning, I told them no accommodation. They said they wanted, they got it, got a certain room. And at the end, I didn't like the stories I was hearing. But what could I do? It's the facilities, especially accommodation. It's a big challenge. So because of that, the school has acquired a 50-acre land to use as a second campus on the Yendi Road. We already have the block plan to show what should be where. In fact, we want to develop it.
Is it like also a campus or a school? So let's say Dabopka Annex.
Yes, Dabopka Annex. Another campus for Dabopka where we'll do all our industrial activities. In fact, we intend to attract an automobile industry up here to partner. We have the land and we have some expertise. So we are collaborating. Our doors are open to everybody, and to see what we can also do as an institution to be able to reduce the unemployed numbers.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story, and for me, I think that for the past few years I've been coming in. It's like every time I come to Dabopka, there's something new that really catches my attention. And now, I know about TVET ambassadors. I believe you are part of the TVET ambassadors.
Yes.
We don't hear a lot about you. Because of course the government have done a lot for free senior high school and all of that. But at the TVET ambassadors, maybe you also sourcing out to this organization. So you see, like most of these NGOs, most of these governmental organizations or the telecommunications, are they willing, or are they some of the people that you are calling onto? So maybe can you just mention who knows who is watching and would want to come to Dabopka and then to support? So what do you need? What are the organizations that you are looking at to partner with?
In fact, I will need everybody to partner with us, because TVET is about, it should be everybody's business. All that you are in, a TVET person made them to make you look so beautiful. Right from your hair, your jewelry, your clothes, the seats, the cameraman and his gadgets are all TVET. So the world is about TVET. So that's the basis why I said everybody should come around to see the aspects that you can take advantage of. Fortunately, these young ones will offer you free labor. Yes, if NALEM should come up here, for instance, our fashion students would be too willing to go to help to produce at a very cheaper rate. If any construction company is willing to come here, if any communication company is willing to come, we have computer hardware technology department. We also have software developers, and these girls are supposed to be at home. They are in the lab there.
Yeah, I saw some of them.
Yes, they are supposed to be. They are supposed to be on holidays, and they enjoy their work. So that, and if people in the automobile industry come, you saw it for yourself when we went to the department. There's so much we can do together. Currently, we are in talks with one Mr. Gerald. His business is based in Accra around trade fair. He's coming for us to collaborate in the area of air conditioning.
Great.
Another is coming from Accra for us to collaborate in the area of auto diagnostics. So you see, we are getting there. We are inviting all the automobile industries that are now coming to set up. Accra is choked. Accra is flood prone. We have big expanse of land here. Come and let us collaborate. Mali, Burkina, and our other neighbors are a huge market we cannot exhaust. So I'm using this opportunity to invite all business-minded people. Come, let's invest in TVET education for the betterment of our youth and our dear country. How long can we continue going with the cap in hand?
Oh, it's an amazing conversation that we've had here, and seeing all that the school has to offer and listening to you. I sometimes I said when I grow up I want to be like you, because I see the enthusiasm. It's like unless the work is done, the work must be done. And you know, sometimes
and done properly.
We see women and we hear that women that channel this one is tough, but until you get closer to them, you get to know that she's tough. But the toughness has brought results. I was just saying that this structure, I think it was built like in few months. Because the first time I came here was the down structure. And I came and I saw that the foundation was this. I came back again and the whole building was done. I believe by your students as well.
Which one?
I mean, this administration.
No, this one was done by the African Development Bank and Ghana government.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, support.
Yes.
Yeah. But it was all the initiative that was there. So the African Development Bank, please come and support. And the African Women Development Fund. Yes. This is a woman who is a principal of a technical and a vocational institution. Let's support her. Let's bring all the funding here to all the other organizations that are doing something out there. this is a big cause. From last year till now, the Matter Inspires Foundation has been focused on this, and I've been seeing so much improvement and so much things I get to even hear or even from place to place. Give us your final message to us and to other partners you want to reach out to.
My final message. Thank you, Matter Inspired Foundation and your team, for settling on Dabopka to come and help us share our story. Somebody told me, Marama, you are doing so well, but the only thing you are not doing well is in the area of telling your story. And it's a difficult thing for me because I'm the one involved. I'm not able to say it. It may be it may be like we are boastful or something. And I would also want to thank my team, staff, and students of the school. In fact, they deserve this glory, not me. Keep the flames of Tibet burning so that we can together reduce poverty and unemployment in our part of the world. Let's be an example in the world and an example in Africa so that other people can come and learn from us, and together we shall grow together. Thank you, Martha.
Thank you so much for opening your doors. There are times you want to go to the educational institution to tell their story, and the processes they give you to even go in there, it's even would even sack you. But thank you for opening your doors for us to come and listen to your story and see for ourselves what is happening, so that all our viewers on the Reflection Show and all our mentees at the Matter Inspires Foundation will be able to really see the story or the agenda we have been pushing for a while now. My name is Martha Anabla. Let's go to the department to see what is happening there. Stay tuned. Hello, dear. What's your name?
My name is Fatima.
Okay, Fatima. Which class are you? Why are you doing fashion? And anything you want other young people to know about this course?
I'm offering fashion, and fashion is a very good course, especially in Dabopka. Since I was in my junior high school, I was eager to come and do fashion, and fashion was my model. So I came to Dabopka here, and Dabopka they are doing very well in fashion. So I encourage my juniors coming to come and offer fashion and designing in the Dabopka Technical Institute.
Wow, thank you very much. I want to talk to the HOD to tell us about the course in nature, how you are able to teach these young people to understand. Are some of them forced into these courses? Or, like, how is it for you as a mother and as a teacher?
Thank you very much. Actually, in the Dabopka, we don't force students to learn fashion. They choose the course themselves and to come. Actually, most of the years, students from other departments even forced to come to this department, but the department is so full to the brim that we are not able to contain all of them. And as the students come, it is not easy for us. And most of them are from the rural areas. And when they come, we have to take our time to explain things for them to understand. And at the end, they get it all well. And we tell them that they should try to cooperate with us and work with us so that at the end they will achieve their aim of being here. Because now there's no white collar job. We all have to go to the Tibet way. So that when you are able to learn this trade, you'll be able to go back to your villages to help your your brothers and sisters over there. This time it's not only for ladies, but it's both ladies and then the gents. And even this year we had more boys than the female. So actually, when the male even come, they do more than the female, because most of them, when they are in the JSS, parents try to put them in the job trade area. Whilst they close from the JSS school, they go and then learn. So when they come here, it's like they are just coming to improve upon their work. And they being able to sew before coming, they help those from the rural areas who don't even have the knowledge. And through them, they are able to pick up very, very fast. And then they are always happy at the end of the course.
Okay, so in a few seconds, what should the government do to help TVET's department? And also parents who are preventing their children to go into TVET, what can you tell them, be in this field for a while now?
Actually, when those days, when we even went to vocational school, they were saying that we were the dunderhead. But we didn't mind, we still went ahead. As I'm speaking to you, at least I have my master's in fashion. Wow. But before then, you couldn't go further. Most people after the vocational school, they end up there. But this time, you can even go as far as doing your master's, doctorate, and even become a professional. Wow. So now, the trade is something the youth are now interested in. So what I encourage the government to do is that the main problem of the trade areas is getting the tools and equipment. So the government should come in. As they come, or at the end of the course, they should be able to get them some tools. Not everything, but the basic ones that can help them when they go back to their various homes or wherever, they'll be able to put up something.
Thank you very much for speaking with us and bringing us to your department. We've been to some other departments and now we are here. I believe that as a parent, as a young person, even if you are in the government authority position and you have the right or the authority to do something for people in TVET, you should take that to be very important to you, because we cannot have all the white-collar jobs that we are looking for. But more young people learning this can really be self-employed. So I want to encourage every one of you watching me that someone into TVET doesn't mean that they are quote-unquote dunderhead or they are not smart. It's because that is where their passion lies. So let's promote the TVET agenda. As you can see, these young people are poised to learning fashion. They want to make sure that the next generation are people who are empowered to become millionaires and billionaires. We cannot just do that by always sitting in the office. Technical vocational education and training is one thing that every parent should encourage their children to do. We cannot do this alone. We are calling on the government. We are calling on philanthropists. We are calling on everyone to support the TVET agenda, because we need to make sure that every young person is able to sustain him or herself after school. If you watch this episode, I believe you have changed your perception about people just being in their office, and you are encouraged that people who are doing home economics, fashion, building and construction are not dunderheads or people who are not smart. My name is Martha Anabila. Thank you for watching The Reflection Show. Together we say, choose a vocational skill to end poverty now.
Books by Pastor A.L. Fant. They are inspired by the Holy Spirit, simple to comprehend, relevant in application, and so lovely to read. Grab copies like Dynamics of Kingdom Influence, Dynamics of Ministry, Mark is King for Church Workers, Money Matters, and she calls herself a woman. This marriage must work. No more curses. Loaded mouth. Secrets of kingdom dominion. The exploits of service. Things fall apart. Church without bleeding pulpit. Singles mingle, and many more.